Namaste. When we come to know ourselves as the word Namaste, our whole world will transform. The word Namaste has many different interpretations, which ultimately mean the same thing. The divine light in me acknowledges the divine light in you. The God in me greets and meets the God in you. I honor the spirit in you that is also in me. I bow to the God and good qualities in you. I see you, Te Veo. My Namaste is the soul fire in me I give to you. And my favorite, besides that, I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. I honor the place in you which is of love, of light, of truth, and of peace. When you are in that place in you, I am in that place in me. We are one. The first part of the word Namaste is recognizing that we are much more than the changing garment of our body. We are a changeless soul, a spiritual being having a human experience. The second part means that deep within us, our truest essence is nothing but pure goodness, light, and love. We are not the body, mind, thoughts, feelings, ego, or personality. The third part means that all beings everywhere have this essence or soul or light, no matter how obtuse or disconnected they might be. The fourth part is that we are all one. We are all connected in consciousness or spiritual essence. Therefore, what I do affects you and what you do affects me. It's easy to say or read over this word and let it go in one ear and out the other. But the truth is, this one little word is so profound. If we all abided by it, it has the power to heal and change the world. It has so much meaning and depth to it, all packed into one little word that you could study for a lifetime and still wonder. Men go abroad to wonder at the height of mountains, at the huge waves of the sea, at the long courses of the rivers, at the vast compass of the ocean, at the circular motion of the stars, and they pass by themselves without wondering. St. Augustine. A God glimpse. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. Plato. I struggled with being so spiritual, teaching yoga and changing my life, yet I was still judging people. And it wasn't on purpose. It would happen automatically. Judgment was my first thought when I saw someone. I was programmed deeply, and it really bothered me. How can I change this destructive, harmful habit, I pondered. Since I had been praying to be less judgmental, and our prayers were always answered, I had a prophetic vision during the writing of this book. It began with a literal dream I had where Spirit was showing me the new yin-yang for the new earth, which I incorporated into my logo and explained at the end of the book. A couple of days later, I had a direct revelation and experience. Challenging to put into words, but I will try. I was walking karma in my backyard when suddenly I was out of my body. I'm not sure where, but I was so high that I could look down and see all of humanity and the earth at once. My awareness was everywhere at the same time. It was like a sunroof opened. I peered down and saw the reason for all the suffering in the world. Everyone was walking around in a fog of forgetfulness. Humanity was asleep to who they truly were, suffering from spiritual amnesia. Then I felt this enormous emotional wave of pain, maybe the pain of the world, perhaps, go through me. I gasped, then it was gone as quickly as it came in. The sunroof closed and I was back in my body. Intuitively, I knew this was not mine to carry, as it would only bring me down to the depths of despair, and I've had my share of that already. I stood there for a few minutes like a statue, taking in what I just experienced. I was speechless. It was a profound experience, and I didn't need mushrooms or ayahuasca to have it. Words don't do it justice. You had to be there, probably what God says every day. Everything I have been studying, relearning, and writing about was now a direct experience. I got it. People are asleep to who they really are, and they don't know what they don't know. How can I judge them or be angry? This was just what I needed to shift from judgment and compassion to honor everyone in their journey with a gentle heart. Compassionate heart I am. You don't need to have this insightful vision or to become less judging. Before I experienced the God glimpse and only understood intellectually the reason for people's behavior, I would have an inner dialogue with myself. I noticed my judging thoughts first, then I would download a new thought stream like, you can't blame anyone for being the way they are, from being so far from their true essence. We live in a dysfunctional world that is 180 degrees from who we are and what the truth is. Don't judge anyone until you've walked a day in their shoes. That shift in thoughts would then make the space for compassion to rise up in me. After all, if we want to be a powerful presence for peace, people will not respond to judgment or criticism. They will feel it even if you don't say it with words. When we come from true compassion and understanding, people will listen because they will sense our sincerity. They will see it in our eyes and they will feel our heart. It's love, acceptance, and kindness that will change the world, not judgment and holier-than-thou attitude. In Buddhism, they say to look at everyone as your mother. Since we've had so many lifetimes, you never know. That was the one I latched onto because being adopted, I never knew who my mother was. Also, what I have found works for me when I have a wall up, I say to myself, they could be my student. As soon as I have the thought, my looking lens or perspective shifts and I'm released from the shackles of judgment and return to the pure intention of serving the world through acceptance and compassion. God sees you. God loves you. During the writing of this book, I had a misunderstanding with two different people I was close to that was blown way out of proportion. You know how those go. I watched how the old me wanted to continue the drama by defending my position that I was right and they were wrong. I was dealing with all different emotions, especially anger toward them, and had to battle with my thoughts. How could they say that? How could they think that? How could they do that? This is the practice, and I was being given an opportunity to walk my talk in the most important area of our life, our relationships. If I continued with the internal battle in my mind, I would be adding to the conflict of the already conflicted world. Having negative thoughts about them, even if they are not expressed, is still adding to the violence of the world. It wasn't easy, but I held the space of love and detached from the drama, let go and bless them. I've grown wise enough to know when it's a futile waste of time and energy to explain myself to unconscious people that are shut down mentally and emotionally anyway. Sometimes it's your stuff, and sometimes it's a projection of others' unresolved wounds. You didn't cause it. You can't fix it. Let it go. Although I felt good about staying in my center of calm resolve while I was being attacked and misunderstood, I'm still human and it still hurts. One of my angel intuitive friends gave me a message at that time this was all going down. She said, God sees you. God loves you. I cried when she told me this. God knows my heart and knows my pure intention, and that's all that matters. It's easy to forget that when we're caught up in our humanness. It reminded me of the touching passage from Home with God and a Life That Never Ends by Neil Donald Walsh. If you call out to me in hopelessness, I will be there, but your despair may blind you and block you from seeing me. I say, nothing you have done is so horrible, nothing you have had happen to you is so beyond repair that it cannot be healed. I can and shall make you whole again. Yet you must stop judging yourself. The one making the strongest judgment is you. Others may judge you from the outside looking in, but they do not know you. They do not see you, and so their judgments are not valid. Do not make them valid by taking them on as your own. They have no meaning. Do not wait for others to see you as you really are, for they see you through the eyes of their own pain. Know instead that I see you now in wonder and in truth, and that what I see in you is perfect. As I look upon you, I have but one thought. This is my beloved, in whom I am well pleased.